Good morning and welcome back to the channel. This is the Terry's Travels channel. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my teeth in gear there for a minute. Trying out a new setup, which I'll come to in a moment. But we're out on the KLR. Good old Katy. I have neglected her for a while now, so I've got to try and get used to riding Katy. So let's take it a bit steady. It's been a while. Completely different setup to the Honda. It's darn sight lighter, fluffier. Obviously not so powerful, only been a 250, but I wanted to try the microphone. The camera works. The what is it? A GoPro Hero 3 Plus. Although it's only in 1080p, not. I'm going to put my visor down. No, there we go. 1080p, 30 frames a second, I think, or it might be 60 frames a second. So not quite as good quality as the Akazo, which is 4K. If I put my mind to it, let me put my helmet down, my visor down as well. There we go. But the main reason for going out is, well, two things really, well, three things even. Get a bit of fresh air, it's Monday morning, and give Katy a bit of a run out, which she hasn't had for a while, after her engine rebuild. Try out the new microphone. Now, it's took me several goes to try and get the microphone working, so this is now a microphone dedicated to the GoPro, where the other one was my Akazo converted to a GoPro, and the last video on the Triangle Motorcycle Club YouTube channel didn't work. I had to do a voiceover, which was most annoying. I also had to do it twice, which was even more annoying, when it took 4 hours to do the first time and 3 hours the second time. But hey ho, anyway, Katy's performing really well, the KLR 250. I won't be taking her off road due to the fact that it's far too muddy. I know it's a strange thing really, but it's an absolute pain to have to keep cleaning and everything else like that. Plus I have not got my motocross boots, which you really need if you're doing a bit more off-roading. Plus these, my road boots, tend to get so caked in mud the zips don't work. But anyway, waffling on as always. But what a gorgeous day, bright sunshine, a little bit breezy. Not sure what the temperature is, 4 degrees, 5 degrees, maybe a bit warmer. So yeah, I will see you. Oh, the other reason why we're going out is to check and do a couple of the old ton-up challenges in and around the west of Ipswich. I think I can probably get 3 without going too far. It's only just a bit of a blast out this morning. I've also got a new brake lever, which unfortunately the other one snapped, and it took me 3 goes to find one actually fitted. This one does, and it works, although I had to do a modification to it. But the only thing is, it's a little bit too close to my knuckles, so you've really got to lift your fingers up and out. Cool, Rocky's a bit breezy. Your fingers up and out to pull the brakes on, where I just like to have it with a couple of fingers, just a touch on there. But I ought to test it really, see whether they work. They do, they work in the garden, but we'll try that when we come up to the next junction. But yeah, I'll see you when I get to Sporton and Floaton. Just heading past the Beagle, which is one of our starting points on the Sunday or Thursday run. We've got a run this week, Thursday, up to Beccles Way, I think. It begins with G, there's a little place there. I'm hoping to take the drone, one of my recent purchases, a nice little DJI 2, and to take some aerial snappy snaps. Didn't realise the minefield of where you can or cannot fly it, but that's for another day. But I must apply for permission to fly up, because it's near Beccles Airfield, the actual pub, just on the boundary. But it could be just fact that it's a helicopter site, not anything like that. So I will probably send them an email If not, then we can't fly the drone in and around the pub area, which is a shame, but that is what it is. So anyway, now coming up to Sporton, one of the tons. I need to find somewhere suitable to find the sign before we head into the countryside. I know there's one on the other side, and there's one, I think, just here. Is this the main sign? I know this is the Sporton Wild Man, but is there a sign for Sporton here? Yes, there is. There it is. So let's head down to here, and then, oh, I wish these brakes worked. They're not as good as a Honda, but there you go, that's what is as good as a Honda. So let's have a look, and we'll park here. Sorry about that. We may even get off the beaten track. Oh, for goodness sake! You could have got through there for dear. What is it? What are people like? You could have quite easily got through there, but there you go. I'll let you go through. But there's Sporton, but obviously I just need a picture of the bike and me as evidence. So let's try that. I don't like this. God, right, because that wind is strong. I don't like this that front brake. I've got to do something with that. That's paramount to thingery, but there's not a lot of. I don't know if you can see that. Let's go around this way. You can see the clutch lever, which is normal and far away from there. And this one here is a slightly different design, and it only gives it works, but you've got your knuckles in between there as well. So I'm going to have another go at adjusting that, but in the meantime I'll turn this off. Just now coming through Birstall, and I remember back in the old payphone days, one of the kiosks, the red kiosks coming up on the left hand side, in fact I'll slow down, you can see it, the K6 red kiosk on the left hand side there. We were doing a change out from the old pay and answer to the modern, well, I say modern, it's quite old now, the modern multi-coin mechanisms, and I'd sort of done the changeover in the morning sometime, and each one had to be sort of signed off and audited, and there was checks carried out, which is fair dues to make sure that we were getting the work done to the quality standard. And I had a phone call from my then supervisor saying, you've ticked this one off, Terry, but you haven't done it. This was about, oh, I don't know, what time would it be, 3 o'clock in the afternoon? And I said, yeah, definitely done it, the kiosk at Birstall. He said, no, at least I'm standing here now, and it's all gone, it's all been, well, it's not even been fitted, so I said, hang on a minute, I said, let me just check. So of course, check the telephone number, yeah, it's all the one. And between 11 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the criminal fraternity in this fine country had decided to steal everything. Now admittedly it hadn't been used, I mean it wasn't the best and most used kiosk anyway, but the sooner we were put them in, and certainly overnight, they were ripping them out. And the biggest, I might have told them another story, the biggest thing about doing the payphones, we had to crash them in because there was a deadline, because I suspect someone was going to get a lovely bonus, which is fair dues, that's what it was all about back in the day. And we had to increase productivity. I mean, I was crashing out, I don't know, between 5 and 8 a day, including travelling, but not everybody was as keen and enthusiastic as I was when I first joined the firm. And so yeah, they had to come up with a thing. So what we had to do was take the old mechanism out. I had a generator and a grinder on board, so I used to just grind everything out because we couldn't get the keys or whatever was the reason why. Avoiding this sharp little bend here, Terence. And yeah, so I'd do it, fit them, but because we had to then drill and tap, and this is before we had drills with taps on, it was all done by hand. 4 fixings into the back, so where the cash box was fitted. We didn't Yeah, they said, well, that's just too long, can we do? So there's normally a steel plate that goes on for the shelf to be hung above where the bosses for the cash box used to go. Hello, hello, oh, water, hang on, oh no, a Rufford Ford moment. No, this is a bit dangerous here, hang on, look at this, look. I'll come back to the story of the payphones in a moment, but look at this, look. Proper running, flowing water. I think this is where someone got trapped in a car. I think he missed a turn and when it was really flooded. And yeah, he got stuck in the car, someone had to come and rescue him. But this is called the channel. But yeah, it's not exactly Rufford Ford, but nevertheless it's definitely a Ford, and I bet that water's quite fast flowing as well. It is, look. Anyway, we survived. No engine cut out as yet, but I can imagine if that was another 2 or 3 foot deeper, but I would still risk taking Katy through because now, do I need to go that way or this way? Oh no, hang on, we might be going that way because there's even more down here. Oh, I wonder whether this is completely flooded. Careful, Terry. Oh no, there's another bit. Oh, look at this. This is dangerous, isn't it? Look. Oh, bit disappointing. Hardly anything at all. Now I think this way is often, or is it that way? Anyway, getting back to the payphone bit. So we were told not to do the bosses, just hang the shelf on 4 I say that M6, yeah, M6 little screws, and then you put the backboard over, then you hang the mechanism. So the only thing holding the whole lot on were these little screws. So guess what? The criminals didn't even have to do anything at the back, cut out, crack, or whatever it is. They just lifted them out and took the whole lot bloody with them. But there you go. That's an interesting little story of back in the old payphone days. Those were the days, as they say. Look at that, our own little Rufford Ford. Now that's a bit of flowing water there, isn't it? Now fortunately I'm heading uphill, but yeah, we've had an awful lot of water again. Let's make sure we're a bit further up here and we're not going to get submerged or knocked off. Well, you can understand if it was really flowing. Yeah, if it was really flowing quite hard, you would be a little bit concerned about going in, but fortunately it's not too deep. I just forgot how nice this little bike is, although it's quite light at Nedging with Norton. I need to pull over there because I've just missed the sign that says Nedging with Norton, so let me find somewhere to pull in as there's a car behind, turn back and grab that. Let me just pull down here. I'm sure we can do it. But being a sort of a bit of a lightweight bike, you don't realise until you get blown around all over the place what it's like. It's probably not the best of places to turn around here, but I need to go back. Oh, textbook stuff. Yeah, it's a light bike, 112 kilos, but and with that you can sling it around, especially on the dirt. It's so forgiving. Oh, here we are. Right, let's pull into here. No one about. Good. Pull into here and get a snappy snap of Nedging with Norton. I'll come back in a moment. Right, that's the snappy snap taken of Nedging with Norton, but it's now starting to blow quite hard. Yeah, let me just put me visor down. Yeah, the good thing about a lightweight bike is you can throw around, but on a day like today when those side winds are quite strong, maybe not as strong as the day we went out to Beccles, it was sort of forecast and said avoid going out, but well, no, we went out. So yeah, that's another one ticked off. Make sure the indicators are not on. yeah, so we're now heading to Bilderstone, and then from there I think I'm going to start heading yeah, I'll start heading back via Hadley. Yeah, let's get to Bilderstone first, get to Hadley, and then swing it up past Sintlesham and then home that way. There you go, just as another bit of evidence in case I need it. I can do a snappy snap of nedging with Norton, not the Norton Bike Norton, or the one the other side of Stowmarket. Oh, Hadley, no, I don't want to go, still at Bilderstone. But yes, this Norton, which is, yeah, the other side of the Watcham airfield. But yeah, you've the lovely Suffolk countryside, although flat, is yeah, it's open and windswept.